All right.
All right.
And this is
This is
uh
uh
what should we call this?
we call this
It's
Pure logic?
pure logic.
formological. Well, why don't I just reread what I wrote?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I didn't want to use. So I heard a term, the isness. THE is NESS. The isness. But that is a little too somatic. It's a little too vague.
Mm-hmm.
I like to specify it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the all is similar, but it's too specific. So to balance it out, I combined the two and I wrote the word Lysaic. So I took apart all and then is. And obviously, if you just sandwich the two together, you can get like Lisa. But Lysaic. And then, of course, ick is like, um, let me think of a more common suffix with IC. Um, oh, I guess right there, magic of Madge, or well, yeah, okay. So Merlin Monastery was sort of the first one, and then three levels of magic, and so I wanted to connect to the all is, so I wrote Lysaic,
Hmm.
the word spoken, and it connects to the research I've done into vibration and vibration as contemplated by uh, Nikola Tesla, uh, looks at vibration as one of the fundamentals of reality. Everything vibrates. And the vibratory qualities influences biology. It influences the water H2O, how it forms and reforms, and its different
Mm-hmm.
signatures from deep ice permafrost or like deep continental glacier permafrost all the way up to solar plasma.
I
And
see.
then you explained the word. And, oh, I learned a quote once saying that there are three ways that people are remembered by, in those sort of end of life philosophical considerations and things people say, and the people who've studied what things people say in their sort of the last week or month of their life. And what the research indicates is that what is created, what is taught, and the love that is shared are the three most remembered things between lives when the whole psychiatry of the end of life occurs.
Mm-hmm.
Then I wrote gesture, tool, and motion. And now that I reread it out, the motion would also connect to emotion, energy in motion, which is such an elegant connect to all the emotion stuff that I've learned about. And then thinking. And then I wrote, oh, I got to reconnect with that one. I took my first word, lysaic, and I wrote Sid. Interesting. Sid lysaic. That was purely channeled, so I don't really have any mental on that. Like, I don't have anything intellectual on that one. That's interesting. Frequencies of crown. Perspective, perceptive, discernative. And you're actually quoting hello, my name is Cryon, Master of Magnetic Service. I first heard his voice. He's higher in the continuum from source to human, and he is actually more fundamental than the archangels. Like when I listen to him, he feels like he's probably like right on the edge between the intellectual of the archangels from the pure unsignatured of the emanation. And he shows up for humans or for any sentient consciousness whenever they reach a certain threshold, and he never reincarnates. He is part of the architecture that precedes the reincarnative system, and he appears at a certain stage in source consciousness's development to serve as a guide. And so 30 years ago, he showed up here on Earth in the Cryon official channelings published and delivered on YouTube by Lee Carroll. So you connected with his essence directly, or rather the Merlin teachings connects to his messaging that I've heard from him, because he talks about discernment, perception, and perspective, and that's why I reference that. And we come to the end of the note with formological and invoke an observation of deputization on behalf of Chris Martin to be an ambassador formologician in the pursuit of formologicality. And that is a repeat of the notes that were taken earlier. Would you like to add anything else, Chris? Would you?
There's not much I can really say. And thank you for taking those notes.
I feel like I have a rare opportunity. when you said that we were recording, my brain connected with all of the podcasts that I've seen, and I kind of felt and saw and connected with my, air quotes, commentator sort of vibration. So I feel like I'm not done, but I need to recollect my thoughts for the next.
Okay, well, let's go over the 3 levels of magic more concisely and specifically. Is our friend still awake here? Does he want to be part of the recording?
I don't know. He's got his mic muted.
Yep, you're muted if you're trying to reply. Well, I'll quiz you real quick.
Well,
What's the first level magic?
the word.
Yeah. What's the second level of magic?
Tools, movement, and gestures.
Right. Then what's the third level of magic?
Thinking.
Yeah. All right. And I didn't have to couch walk you through it.
No.
So many people.
Well, they're in there. I've had so much, my spiritual aspects I've read a lot of Merlin, and not just the mainstream, but a lot of secondaries as well, lesser known publications, and a lot of the videos that have been produced about him. I effectively know the guy in all his historic forms, or in a lot of historic forms. And in recent years, well, when my grandmother passed away, all her life, she was definitely a light worker, but she reincarnated into a very toxic body. She was a severe narcissist, and was extreme. She had that sort of religious entitled dogmatism where, but from a young age, she's the one who introduced me to the archangels, especially Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael were household deities in my grandparents' family. And I was already in the process of waking up psychically to myself in the month that she took her own life, because I think that her third density narcissistic self could not handle the thought of old age and the slow decline into vulnerability and loss of control. So she maintained control over her existence to the very end. And it was a very odd, I had already been watching a lot of inner transcommunication researchers, YouTubers who are studying the afterlife and ghosts and spirits and things like that, haunted house type stuff.
Okay.
And so I was beginning to sense non-corporeal entities. And so I had enough of that awakened in me to connect to her presence. And after all the hubbub and the funeral and the grieving and the really complex emotions, because she was very abusive to my family members growing up, and traumatized and caused a lot of dark trauma and things. So it was a very complex chapter for our family in this area. And there I was, a closet telepath, becoming just awakening into my mediumhood. But something really, really positive came about in that first like 48 hours after my mom went back to work and I was alone in the house, and I felt her presence in the room, and we had kind of like a telepathic exchange, you know, after she was, or like in that sort of week after when the presence is super strong.
Yeah.
And then when she began to sort of fade from that a little bit, I got really the first live connect to an archangel. And I didn't, like, I knew who it was instantly, and I didn't like, I didn't feel in that moment. It was a very profound moment because I realized that as I regarded them, it was Michael. And as I regarded them at that time, I felt like a sibling rather than a follower or a student. Like, I felt like we were equals. And that shocked me. It's like, wait, why do I feel like you're equal? And that really got me thinking. It's like, whoa, yeah. I'm more powerful than I know. And so that was our introduction. But, you know, it wasn't our official introduction. It was just our introduction in the immediate rather than by, you know, mental aspect through someone else as like an institutional thought about the archangels. You know, there was an actual immediate interaction, and it was fun. And I felt like I could be totally like chill and casual and familial with him. And that was fun. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Really? I can just be casual with you? And like, I thought of everyone who worships him and puts him on a pedestal and all that. I'm like, nah, you're just like, you know, comrade. And so 3 years later, he's still with me, and we're still like bros, sister, brotherhoodness. And I found out that I am one of the 144 light workers that are there here to like shake things up hardcore. And so he's with us. And maybe it's him. Freaking, no, it's not. Oh my gosh. You two. They're blending. Okay. Now it's clear. They're not, Merlin wasn't Michael. But I had to go through that whole rant to experience that. Okay. No, it's Jermaine. That's who they are.
I think he's still running around.
That's right. The Gaia series.
I probably bagged
the Gaia that. That's right. The immortal, that group of 12, the immortal 12, those mysterious men. And they talk about it. They explore it on Gaia TV. The mysterious 12, the 12 faces that is everywhere in all the artworks throughout history.
Oh, that's the archetypes.
No. It's actually a group of human-looking beings that are allegedly immortal. Not allegedly. Okay, we've connected. They're both here. We have all the crew. Yo. Yeah, like yo, we're right here, you know.
Epic volleyball showdown.
Oh, yeah, you guys are doing great. Just keep at it. We're here. We're here. I have Michael. There's. Oh.
Which
Which
that makes me
I'm gonna
to
go.
myself.
I'm being told to be silent and to receive shoulder rub, back rub.
Yeah. There is much compunction around such a figure.
Compunction.
Maybe that's not the right word.
Maybe that's not the right word.
There's some sort of kerfuffle
Some
word.
sort of kerfuffle word.
Kerfuffle.
Um, a lot of people connect certain secret societies to not so good doings in our world. And then turn of the century here in America was supposedly presided over by Saint Germain, and I wonder if that was fraudulent or hint dropping or both. And they said Saint Germain is presiding over this meeting of Masons like 100 years ago now, I think. Maybe it's 2.
He's presiding over this recording.
Yeah.
In cooperation. It's a tandem. I feel both of them. Michael, Germain. They're actually in the room with me right now. Helping my crown and third eye. Ooh. Oh. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes. No more talking. And now it's me talking. Germain here. Is at the point.
Should I stop record?
Where? No. You record.
Okay.
This is so good. She needs an anchor with our colors. It shifts. Leia. Yeah. This is the answer for you. Seeing the ribbon. That's right. And so you'll know that it's happening. And that's how the veil will present in you. I understand. You want him to speak? Yeah. Sure, I can speak. You haven't spoken with me before, Michael. Not that much. I have once. Right. And there's 3 in here? Yes. But we have not merged. You're able to now. Cool. But you need to play with that for a bit. I understand. You're creating a new. Yeah, I am. The encoding. And I hand it back to Saint. You still have a nickname to invent for me. Back to Germain. And you have recorded when you've channeled. This is the first time that is recorded, right? Will that serve you? Yeah, I can play with that. Brilliant. Very good. You know where to find us. Thanks, guys. See you on the flip. Hello?
Yeah.
They just killed me. That's my power. I witness it. I witness everything. And in the witnessing, me, like someone who takes ayahuasca or 5-MeO-DMT and experiences their own death, I go from here, 3D conscious Leia, and I am so close to the observing, the still small voice of awareness that precedes everything. And I follow the lineage of a circuit in consciousness from the pre-mind, the unbound, the unidentified, the unlabeled, the unformed. And I hyperspeed. It takes a circadian cycle, 20 minutes rest time, an hour and a half up time. And that's the human cycle, from wake to sleep to nap to noon, from noon to nap, from nap to dinner, from dinner to night, from the dream state to deep delta, from deep delta to dream state, from dream state to waking. 20 minutes downtime, hour and a half uptime. And so I can experience from birth to death of a cycle, of a timeline, of an embodiment, of a lineage from source to form in a very compressed way. And then I rebirth between the circadian cycles. And the 20 minutes downtime, I usually liberate the hammock and lay down. And so I just went through a chapter with Jermaine and Michael where I was sort of gently pulled onto a timeline and shown the whole sequence. And now I'm like spectating the void. And then later the void will reach my tissues. And that is how I get so much knowledge, because I open a chapter of an information like opening the entirety of a train line from the home station to the hemispheric to the home station, and then back again. And so I can spectate the train as it moves through my body to the end and then back to the beginning. But pure awareness is indivisible. It's omnipresent. And what you guys giving the info provide is, well, it teleports me to a new posted note that represents a station. And then I go visit the station. And then I travel the train. And create a bunch of new stations of my own so that I can go to that station, any station, on any track.
I see.
And I may die tonight, or at least I may enter into the veil. And now I understand that I need both colors. I need Saint Germain of the Violet Flame, and I need to shamanize Merlin's magic ray, the ray of the ray of Michael, the purple to the blue, the formulated to the spoken. I need to experience that. And I've already begun. I'm on the train. I can't leave the train once I've entered it.
Do you want to hear a song that I've...
Yes, please.
Alright. Have you heard of Lisa Gerard? Dead Can Dance?
Not that well.
They're from the 80s and 90s and still around. They play some very tribal.
I might reckon. Ooh.
The one I'm going to recite and sing is Lisa Gerard's The Human Game. Under the sun, I call your name. I revise your inner flame. I would dare to come disguised in the night of human eyes. As we begin to unravel the veil of our visions vivid and pale, we recoil with invisible bliss, losing there the flame through the comfort of that free design, questioned in vain. The soul remains to tell its tale, vivid and pale, of broken dreams. Out of the come, the pain away. So when I'll find you inside the answer when we remember who we and clearly hear and I've home, but all the answers that have to raise within our out of the pool into the flame we begin. All our love rises ahead, the human game. Out of your tears, lend me your fears, and fly away. Rest within arms that promise to calm the pain away.
That was nice,
And
Chris.
that is called Human Game by
Yes.
Lisa Gerard.
Yes.
Perfect.
The main album is
Well, we don't need to do anything further because because we have had the charmed one of the Magi work his digital magic. And so I just got to tap a few and do that.
Mm-hmm.
And hear the original.
It's a lot better than me.
Actually, it depends on the microphone.
Na 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. Just a little more. All right.
And then I might be time that I have to attend.
What's going on?
Should I end recording or should I quiz people? Not much.
And recording.
End recording. And then I'll do that.
Let's keep the outro brief.
I'll just end it.
Peace. Oh, wait. Have you ended it yet?
Not yet.
Okay, perfect. I have an outro. I have a quick outro. As soon as I find it. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know where it's at. Hold the thing.
I'm holding the thing.
Very
Guess I
good.
should sing it then.
There it is. Okay. I found it. Peace. Forgivences. Thank you. I love you.
Okay, so then ends now.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Spartan 424 signing off. Good luck on your side, son.